Thank you.
These ones. Some water.
Oh, of course, because it's me. Thank you.
Just like the sticky notes.
All right. I'm excited about this. Hello to anyone who's already on here, because apparently there's people on here. Hello. We are getting ready to do some readings. I was just in another group, or my Soul Reflex group on Facebook, and I just got done with the question and answer on that. So, welcome. Hello, Ginny and Lisa and Bessie. Hello, hello. Oh, from Canton, Ohio. Hello from Ohio. Hi. It's good to see all of you guys signing on here, saying hello, 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 hello. I like that the beginning of my videos are like, hello, hello. Usually it's me making some kind of mistake with technology, and then hello, hello, hello. So it's good to see all of you. You guys, you don't even know that this is happening, but it's going out in a newsletter tonight. Is it tonight or tomorrow? Tomorrow. It's going out in a newsletter tomorrow, but on Christmas Eve, I'm going to do like an hour. I don't know, like I'm just going to do like free readings on here for like an hour on Christmas Eve, but in the nighttime, you know, like when people start to get sad and they miss all their dead people and their kids are asleep. And so I want to do it then. So I'm going to do a live one on Christmas Eve. So you can tell your friends. It's been long since I've seen your face as well. Hey, I recognize that name, Faith Trujillo. I recognize your name. You must have known me a long time ago. Hello, hello. Hi. Somebody said Santa.
Yeah, because you said for Christmas Eve you're doing that.
Oh, yeah, for Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'm a little slow. So I keep forgetting I got to look up here and not on at the. That makes it look not. Okay. All right. Well, hello, hello. It's good to see all your faces. Not your faces, your words, but your little bubble faces that show up. So we're going to talk to some dead people. I'm just waiting for some more people to sign on and join us. I'm very excited for this one. I don't know why. Apparently, some dead person is very excited right now. So, and I got to say that I can already tell you it is a dude. Hello, hello to everyone. Hi. Oh, you're welcome, Mary. And your recordings will be going out soon. That was such a nice thing. She invited a lot of people to my office to get some readings, and it was a nice little group reading. It was lovely. So that was good. It's good to see you, Mary, or your little face bubble. So, and then Toby Jenkins is on here, and the Lazy A-Hole Ranch, which is Allie. Those are my moderators, and I think Stephanie's on there too. But we're gonna get hi. How are you guys all doing? Let me make sure this is going. It's my dude. It's your dude. Interesting. Allie, is your dude like your son? I think that's what you're referring to, but why do you think it's him? He's here, but why do you think he said you were thinking of him? So, is this your son? I don't know. Tell me, Allie, enlighten me. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. That is a thing.
She said it's his death day.
Oh, how very interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was today. So I think he's here. And I think he's all excited. Maybe for the trip with the snowshoes. That might be why. I'm not sure. But same with my brothers. Oh, yeah. So let's see. It's right about this time. Same with my brothers. Is that true for you, Mary? Hi, Jenny. Need to hear from my dad. Super important. Okay, I will tune in to all the people that are here. I just need a couple more people to sign on to do it. And so I'm just waiting patiently. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm done. Whoever it is here now. So I can do this. Because whoever it is watching. I feel like I have a guy here who is an older guy. He's maybe in his 80s. He dies kind of quickly. Or no, like he gets he's in his 80s, maybe like 83. He gets to the hospital for some issue that he thinks is small, and then he ends up staying there. He ends up staying in the hospital, and then he goes downhill fast. And it's only like one it's only like he's in the hospital and like he thinks he's going there for something else, and then he ends up like dying in the hospital. And I think he's like 83, and I think his passing would be like in the last year and a half. And my sense is that he has somebody watching. When I feel his energy, he feels almost like a grandfather, not a father, but a grandfather that was like a dad, that would have passed, kind of like gone to the hospital. They did some stuff. They thought he'd be okay if they stabilized him or something, and then everything kind of goes off the rails. But he says he's like somebody's dad, but he's actually their grandpa, is my feeling. And so I didn't even give my little thing here to tell anybody any rules of how this works, but I'm assuming if you're watching, you might have watched before. So he's being very specific about the amount of time he had to go to the hospital. It was probably like a week he was there, maybe like 7 to 10 days or something. And then everybody's like praying for him, sending him energy, all this kind of stuff. And the other thing is, he lives a long time, like into his 80s. But I like 83. I keep feeling I'm 83. I feel like I'm a dad and a grandpa, and I get put in the hospital. And so I'm just looking at some of these. I have Ginny saying sounds like her dad. Hello, Kimber. Can't wait to see. Okay. So let's see. My husband went to the hospital and didn't make it. Um, Denise, I know your husband well, and this is not him. He has his own little energy when he comes through. Um, I don't think this is your husband. Her husband has come through before. That's how I met her on one of these live readings, I think. But sorry, you guys, that you got to watch me do this, but this is how I read. All right. So I don't think it's him. Maybe my stepdad, possibly, because this guy is definitely not like your dad. He's in a different spot with that. And this does feel like pretty recent. And so, Katie or Corbin, give me just a minute here with this person. I want to tell you some things about them, and then you tell me which, because there's a couple of them, and sometimes people are a little shy and they don't say anything, and then they say something after to me. And so so when I do this, you may have your loved ones here, and there may be things that I say that resonate with you and remind you of them. And that means that they are here. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the person that I'm talking to. But this guy is being very specific with some other things about him that I just want to share. And then maybe we'll be able to narrow it down a little bit more. So this guy tells me he's in his early 80s when he passes. And I'm repeating stuff because that helps me rebuild my energy with this soul. So he tells me he was in his like mid early 80s, like maybe about 83. He's got health issues. He's kind of just an older dude, but something happens. He was having like a hard time. I don't know if it's breathing or just tenseness in his chest. and he goes to the hospital and they do some things and they say maybe he had a stroke, maybe he had a heart attack, something like that. But they try to stabilize him or something, and then he goes like within a week, or 10 days or something. It just doesn't feel like he makes it to 2 weeks. But when he goes to the hospital, they're able to help him, and it doesn't seem like it's a big deal until like then all of a sudden he just starts to deteriorate very quickly. And like I said earlier, he is not the dad, but he fills that role somehow. And he does tell me he had health issues beforehand. It's not like him going to the hospital was like a shock. It's just the breathing kind of caught off guard. So let's see here. Hear from my mom. Hi, I found out about you. Hi, Shauna. Nice to meet you. I'm happy news. I want to know if he's excited. Rosie, give me just a moment and let me see. From your daughter, I see that. And Ginny, does this still sound like your dad? I know you asked him to come, but he is being very specific that these circumstances seem to match him. Um, so the guy is telling me that he uh, is very specific about this. Hi, Angela. I remember you. I believe I talked to your son. All right, that there are some. They're checking on my mom. Okay. My grandpa died in March. Went in for stomach pain, had for a long time, found cancer, and he died 3 weeks later. Okay. And the thing is, Corbin, though, is he like a dad to you? Because that seems to be a very important part of this. He's like a dad, but he's not your dad. And I think he's in his 80s when he dies. I think he's in his early 80s. So I know that this way makes it take a little longer, but this way also helps to give clarification so I could get down to some of the fine little details here. Hi, Angela. I don't know if he's here, but I do have to message you because once upon a time I told you about these magical things that I would be doing with energy work and stuff and asked if you wanted to volunteer, and you said yes, and now I'm actually doing said things on that little magical table right there. So it's another little thing that eventually I'll offer, but for you, my dear, the offer still stands. And so reach out to me on Facebook, and Allie or Stephanie or someone will answer that, and we can get you set up with a time to do that. Because I've been working on this other thing that I'm doing, which I'll tell you about in just a minute. But anyway, okay. So this guy is about 83. Ginny, you're saying he's older than that? And that sounds like my stepdad. 2018 is when he passed. Went in, stabilized. And then had a stroke. Ooh, Katie Turner. KT Turner. That seems very similar to what I'm saying. He is though like your dad. So if he was a stepdad, he like filled in for a lot of important things and a lot of important occasions. Because he is he's like, I'm here. He feels invited, and he has some lady with him that he's bringing through too, who seems to be connected to you, who might have died after him though, because I think there's some other chick there. Okay, he was a father figure, but there's some other lady over there who seems like his age, or there's some other chick over there that might be his. I don't know if this is his mom or older sister or something. There's a lady that outlives him that dies after him, and I think he's just wanting to come through looking all good and young. Because he's 83, but he looks like he's like 40. I know he's older when he dies. So, Katie, let me know if any of this stuff I'm saying, because there's a lady here and she's like, aha, you're a mama. All right. So he's bringing her through because she died after him. And they must have still been together or something, the two of them, because he's coming through with her. And I actually feel like all is good there. You know, like I feel like we're together, all is good. Like they've healed some stuff or worked on some stuff. It seems like yeah, it's like they're standing together. And I think there's a lady over there because your mom was a little, or she died a little after him. Look, but I think he has a mom over there that was also like very close to him and possibly a sister because the females around him are spreading out. Like I'm seeing a few of them. But I see your mom with him, and your mom, though, was ill, is what she's telling me. But something happened kind of unexpectedly quick. Um, so, hi, nice to see you on the live video, new person. Katie, what do you think about this? Give me just a little bit of feedback. And while I wait for you to give me feedback, I will tell you about this magic little thing that I've been doing, which I don't know. I don't know. I've been talking about it for a while, and it's something where like I would do like some kind of energy work or soul retrieval or something, like connect you with a loved one and help like bring the piece of you back that you lost in your grieving process or something, and connect with your loved ones and do energy work to balance all your chakras and all that kind of stuff and blah blah. And I've been working on it, and I'm working on perfecting it. And when I do, or not perfect it, but at least get it to a point where I feel like it's working every time, I will eventually offer that, but it will only be to people who've seen me before. And in the beginning, it will also only be connected to helping with grief restoration, heart restoration, not other kinds of trauma and stuff. But I'll eventually do that. And when I do, I will be putting it on my website. All right, Katie Turner, where are you? Yes, you as a father figure. Your mom passed in May. Damien, hi. Yes, mom passed in May, cancer, but she declined very fast after hospice. Um, Hi, Kathy. And I do remember your giant husband. He is a tall, tall man, if I remember right. Um, so I see, Jessica, I see you typing to me. But I want to just get down to Katie. Um, uh, Katie, I feel like they're with us right now. Like your parents, you have and I know it's your stepdad, but it doesn't really matter because your mom wanted to see him, and that's who she's coming through with. And there's also like some lady, there's some other lady there who's coming through with him that feels like a mother figure. And then I feel like there's like an aunt over there, and there's a multitude of people, women especially, that are all around your stepdad. But your mom is saying that you were there. Like I see her with you. So I feel like you were with her at the end of her life. And it's either you or a sister, but I think it might be you. And I keep seeing her saying she could hear you and feel you, even though you weren't sure she could hear and feel you. It's something that you wanted to know, or a question you had, something like that seems to be my feeling, because she was just like, we thought we had more time. She wanted more. And she's just, your mom showed me that. And I feel like it's really hard because you must have been close to your mom. And it just seems like it was a really hard time. And I feel her saying she's been around since May or whenever this happened. Like she's been constantly around. She says, like, she visits you everywhere. You see her everywhere. And also, though, here's the thing. And this is for Katie. Do you have a kid? You were with her. Awesome. You are the person she remembers. Like she remembers your voice. She remembers you. Um, yeah, yeah. she remembers you being there, and she remembers, she says, I remember you. You were there. She could feel you. Like she remembers that at the end of her life. Was somebody else there as well? Like it wasn't just you and her? Like there's some other energy in the air. And then there's that stepdad there as well. But I feel like I'm talking about something else. Hello to everyone who signed on. Hello, Carol. I know I have to get back to you. I haven't checked my mail. Hello, Tracy. Oh, I just got them done. Me and Steph just went and got them done. So, and it's the dip. And I feel all fancy because I never wear like nail polish or anything. And now I have red nails. So, just for Christmas, even though I don't celebrate it, but I just thought red. So, let's see here. I'm here hoping to. I know that there's lots of you guys that very close. I felt her when she left. I feel her all the time. Beautiful. Then she says, yes, all of her kids were there, but I was with her when she left. Perfect. Everybody came to visit her. She tells me she wasn't alive when well, obviously she wasn't alive when she died, but she says like she wasn't with her body as much anymore. She was just present with you in the space. I feel like you felt the thickness in the air, and you could just almost feel her, like you could breathe her in. And so I just want to say that because your mom is like hardcore trying to talk to you, and it's just she just says like now it's so this is your first holiday without her or something. And she just says it's like you're like dreading this, but you're loving it, but dreading it. There's like good stuff going on, but it's sad because your mom isn't here. Like it's almost like you want her here, and she says like I'm here all the time, and she says you feel her and all kinds of stuff. So let's see, Katie, yes, all of her kids were there. That one I saw. I felt her touching my leg. Good. It's good that you're feeling her, but she also is telling me that you're talking to her all the time. So I actually think you get way more signs than you realize, is my sense. Like just way more signs. So I just want to tell you that. Now, moving on to yet another spirit that is here. And I'm going to check in with some of the ones that I know, because I know I saw a few people on here who said like, hey, did you talk to my husband? And I know that's Kathy Beckwith because I remember her husband because I've been doing readings or have done readings for her a long time ago. But he seems to be here, but he's always comes as like a protector, or he's watching over you or something. And I just feel like he wants you to know that he's watching over you now. And it has to do more like with your kids or a younger generation or something like that he's talking about. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I feel like I'm here as the protector. I still protect her. I can't tell which one he was saying actually. And I feel him here pretty steady. And Allie, your son is here. It's like he pokes me. I don't know if he just thinks that's funny or what, but I think he thinks it's funny. But I know I've spoken to him before. I remember his energy because sometimes, like when people have been to me a few times, they're dead people. Like you get familiar with them. It's like they're new friends. And so I felt Allie's son, but I felt him recently and I didn't know why, but now I know why. Because I was like, what am I feeling him for? Because I'm going to do one of those magical energy things on her as well. And I thought that's why, but that's not actually why. It's the death day, a shitty day. And so, okay, so he's around, and I know someone else asked for someone that they knew. I am actually feeling somebody's mom. Somebody's mom. She had kids, she had grandkids. She, okay, so she gets she gets sick, like sick. Like I'm in the hospital. I feel like I'm losing. Like they don't even know what's going on there at first because everything just started shutting down, and then by the time they figured it out, it was too late. But it's a health problem that she was being treated for. So it's something she was aware of. But then something else comes and makes it so it's like another illness or another factor comes. But she's somebody's mom. And she's just saying that. And she also feels like she passed away recently, like recently in the last couple of years, because she seems to come in. It's like she had health issues, but then maybe she got like a virus or a pneumonia or a COVID or whatever, something, because she has these health issues. But this thing that she gets is what causes everything to decline quickly. But for some reason, they didn't figure it out right away, is my sense. And she does seem like she's somebody's mama. That's my feeling. She's definitely a mom, not a grandma who's like a mom, but a mom. And so I just want to be clear about that. And she visits like younger kids or the grandkids or something. I feel her energy. So let me look here. Where are we? Hello, nice to meet you too, Gail. You felt her touching you. Awesome, Katie. Um, Rosie, I do not know yet. Sarita, Rosie, Sarita, I remember your mom. You're the one with the little girl, right? And that is for Sarita. She has a little girl that I read all the time where she's always around. Sounds like my mom. She died unexpectedly in 2017. Doctors didn't know. Okay, Kelsey, I'm keeping you in the back of my head here. My mom had a stroke, high blood pressure. No. All right, Ginny, don't worry. I'll get back to you. I will get back to you. Just trying to find the mom. My mother-in-law passed away in April. Denise, I know I've talked to your husband, but I don't know if I've talked to your mother-in-law. But this lady that's coming through seems like she just declines really fast and they don't know what it is. So I know someone's asking for their baby's daddy. So hold on. And Ginny, I will answer that question because that's a good question. Let me keep reading down here. Do they remember the anniversary of their passing? Not like we do. They show up for us because we need them at that time. So they just feel like we need them, like that's why they show up to us at the anniversaries of their passing, is because they know that we need us. It bothers us a little extra at that time, but they're always around us. It's just they might make their presence known a little bit more. All right. Your passed away in April, Becky G. This sounds like my mom. She died in April. Her grandbaby was just born and named after her. Becky, hold the phone. Kelsey, my mom had Parkinson's. This lady did not have Parkinson's. I just want to say that because that has a different feeling to me. And Sarita, your mom is here. She thinks all this stuff is cool. But give me just another minute and I'll see if there's anything else that kind of percolates with her. I didn't realize I could have this many people on the line, like I could have this many going because I'm always trying to like just keep it down to one. But I guess I just realized that I can have multiple phone lines going at the same time. Who knew? Not me. Obviously they did. So, okay. So this is going to be a little all over the place, but I just want to say, Broncos forever. You are connected. I know your son, and you just give me just a moment. This isn't connected to that. My mom was in the hospital and they discharged her, and she was admitted in hospice and died 3 days later. Okay, Becky G, hold on. My mom passed away in 2007. I guess that was too long ago. But Carol, it's not too long ago. Don't ever think it's too long ago, okay? It's just these people, it's the loudest voice in the room, the one I resonate with the most, the one that I can connect with. The advantage of the loved ones in the spirit world that I've already read is that they can just dip in and say, hey, because I've already talked to them and they know me, even though I don't remember anything about them or who I'm talking to. And so that's just kind of how they get in. So don't ever think your loved ones aren't here. Don't ever think if you go to a group reading with a medium or whatever that your loved ones aren't there, because they are. They're all there. It's the medium has to pick them up. And so that's why some spirits are really good for like if you want to do like a private reading, because they weren't maybe like the most social or talkative or wouldn't come out in front of a group this size and just randomly start talking. So you kind of got to go with their personality and who they were. But if they could talk in front of a few people, then that would be like a smaller group, like a group of 10. But in this, it's just a big mash of a bunch of different loved ones. And so it's never that they don't show up. So don't ever think that. It is up to the medium to see what spirits they can bring through. And as a medium, you're always learning as you go. Like tonight, I just realized I can keep multiple lines going with dead people. So I just want to pass that on. And Katie, your mom, she just says she loves you. I just felt her like yell it out of my heart. So I just want to pass that along. So Rita, I know I was going to talk to your mom. Allie, I know your son is here. I don't know if I've talked to Jenna, but Rosie, let's see. I'm just all over the place with this. No, I got to get back to this chick. I got to get back to her. I got to get back to the mom. She's like, she's here. She wants to make herself known. She says, so whoever it is already talks. So I just got to figure out who it is. Is my son and daughter there? I am not sure. F. Maldonado, I am not sure yet. But there are a lot of spirits here, and I'm just talking to as many as I can. Phone line ringing? Yes, it is actually, Faith. Wait a minute. There's just all these people who, now that I said I'll do multiple lines, they're all just talking in my ear. All right, I need to get back to this poor woman who she said she loves you. She said she's here and she will. You'll just in a little bit when I sign off. This will be uploaded, so you'll get to hear it because mine didn't freeze. So, but she just loves you. That's what she just seems very strong and powerful when she comes through and like she loves you and that you've seen her a million different times. All right, Becky G. Yes, I actually feel like this could be your mom as well. And I do feel like, though, that when she's coming through here, this mom, she is telling me, though, that it's like she remembered everything and she's fun and she doesn't seem like an old lady, but she doesn't complain about being sick. But there's some thing that she has, like some kind of health issue that's unknown, and she might have gone into the hospital. That's kind of my feeling here. So I think that I might very well be with you, Becky, just because I keep getting drawn. I keep getting drawn to them. So I just keep getting drawn to your name for some reason. There's also, oh, wait a minute. You have like a dozen people over there with your mom. Like she came from a big family. She's there's like sibling, there's parents, you knew your grandparents on that side, and there's uncles, and there's like a ton of people with your mom right now. Like she's showing you all the people she's got with her because you need to know that, or it's healing for you to understand that or know that. Like all of her family has come to her. So I just want to tell you that her whole family is there, which is in turn your family. And she just has like all these people with her. She's like, look who's here. So I have to get to some other of these dead people, but I want to say that your mom says that you have been thinking about her a lot lately, like I wonder what she thinks of things because things are so different now. Something's different. And she's just talking about that. And she's saying that, like, almost like she's saying, like, you got this or something. So I don't know. Like, it's like your mom wants to help you. She's saying, like, you got this, you got this. So I don't know what's going on in your life right now, but I just want to say that she's giving you love and she's telling you things are going to get a little easier. And she just wants to make sure you know that she loves you and she was here tonight and she butt through all these people to get to you. So let me just say here, because and I want you guys to know, because I have to end this because I did readings already and stuff today. So I want to just say hi to a few more people just really quickly from known souls that are here. But I want to tell you on Christmas Eve in the evening, what do you think I should do it? Like 8:39, 8.
Yeah.
Maybe like 8 o'clock, maybe 9. I don't know. We'll post a link. It'll come out in the newsletter that's coming out tomorrow. And it will be here on YouTube. And I'm going to do readings because it's Christmas Eve for like an hour. So it's not going to be like where I'm down to a half hour. And also, I'm off all day that day. So I have much more energy to connect with spirits and stuff like that. So Christmas Eve, mark it on your calendar. If you have loved ones you want to talk to, I will do the best I can to connect with them. So just a few more things. Sarita, I feel like I know we've talked before, and I'm sorry, I don't remember. I just remember your little girl. But I feel like your mom is around because there's something changing in your family. And so I'm getting this sense that there's reconnections or things coming together that maybe are surprising you. But it does seem to have to do with your family. So I don't exactly know what that is. But that is what I want to say. Um, all right. And Faith, for a minute, I felt something from you, but I think it was because you must have, it's like they're playing an instrument they're familiar with or something. It sounds like I've probably talked to dead people for you before, is basically what I'm saying. So I just want to say that I know I got to wrap this up because now I'm starting to get overwhelmed with dead people. But I plan on being fully like, I'm not doing any other readings. That's the only readings I'm doing that day. So I should be fresh and ready to go. Um, if
one person you said that you would get
who?
Jenny
Ashmore. She
Yeah.
asked a question.
About her.
And let me
She said
see.
her mom's passing.
Oh, about loved ones coming and her mom's passing. And I said I'd answer that, and I will. And here's the thing. They can be all scared. Your loved ones, and I've seen this time and time again, them talking about like being scared before they crossed into spirit, like feeling like they didn't know what was going to happen. Maybe it's because of their belief system or whatever. But the thing is, what starts to happen is the loved ones who are in the energy of inspiration. So if you've ever I always use this if you've ever lost your car keys and then suddenly you're like, oh my God, I remember where they are. That feeling is where they are when they communicate. So what they do is they try to inspire the living, and they try to inspire the living to pay attention and to do things that are for your highest and best good. Always working with the energy of their impact on your life and how much they love you. And so you have to remember though that they can talk to your mom too. And so I feel like whatever's going on with your mom is that she's a little in and out or a little foggy or something. So I feel like she might intermittently kind of talk about these people, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but I know she's scared, but they're coming and they're there because they love her and they're wanting to help ease her worry. So regardless of if they're scared or not, loved ones come to greet them. And I have seen it time and time and time again where those loved ones that are dead rush in at the last minute to kind of help lift the energy of the living that are, like the people left behind, help lift the energy of the loved one. So I just want to tell you that, they're never alone when they die. They always have loved ones with them, regardless of how much time has gone by. They're always close. So I just want to tell you that. And um, Carol Muller, I have to answer your message. And I think your mom's here. So maybe I'll just answer your message and just kind of say whatever it is that I feel like I'm getting from her. I don't know. I just got to go and answer it. So I'll answer it. And then, yeah. So please tell my dad she needs him. She needs all of them. But she is also kind of losing her faculties, your mom. So I feel like sometimes as the body dies and starts to go through the changes and metamorphosis that happens at the end of life, like sometimes there's some really horrifying, terrifying things that we see. But it doesn't necessarily mean that their soul is suffering or that they're going to have a hard passing. Sometimes it just means that it's a reflection of how scared they are. And I feel like that's actually what's happening with your mom, Ginny. So I just want to say that, but your dad and all the rest of them are there. So I just want to make sure that you know that before I sign off on here. And just remember, Christmas Eve, I'm doing this. So if you want to tune in or you know anyone who's really missing someone around the holidays, maybe there's some awesome things, magical things that will happen to brighten someone's evening on Christmas Eve. So like 8 o'clock Mountain Time, I'll see you then. But until then, just know that your loved ones are around. Hopefully, I got to answer your questions as much as possible. If you have any questions for me and you want to join that Soul Reflections group that's on my Facebook page, all you got to do is join. And I do question and answer on there. Sometimes I'll just post little experiences, things that I have learned along the way. I'll post in there. So just know, though, all your loved ones are here, okay? I'm just overwhelmed because I did readings today already, but they're all here. So it's just because I can't pick them all up and go into every single one, but the familiar ones kind of light up my consciousness, and the new ones that really feel like there's a need to share that they're here, they also kind of light up my consciousness. So if you have loved ones and you wanted to talk to them tonight and they didn't come, it's not because they weren't here. So tune back in around Christmas Eve or on Christmas Eve at about 8 o'clock. And I'll see you then. Until then, lots of loves and hugs to everybody out there.